Hello, 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 hello. What a joy to be before you today. Trust me, it's something that I do not take for granted. I don't even have the um, capacity to take for granted the fact that you can hear my voice, you can see my face, and I'm able to also know that I'm connected with you wherever you are watching me from, because that is a blessing. That in and of itself is a huge blessing, a blessing that is born out of the love of God. I'm telling you, if not for the love of God, um, expressed in many ways, expressed in his favor, expressed in his grace, expressed in his protection, expressed in his provision, you and I are not even qualified to be here. So you see, I'm excited that you are here. I'm excited that we can connect on this beautiful day. And I want to ask you to share this particular broadcast because the subject matter is that which is so near and dear to my heart. I love to talk about love, all right? And I have a friend and a brother who is extremely phenomenal. He is detailed, he is dexterous, he is dynamic, he is honestly an authority when it comes to discussing love. This brother of mine has many sides to him. I don't even know what we're going to say today, but trust me, he's a preacher, he's a prophet, he's a musician, he's a pastor, a master pastor. Not just an ordinary pastor, he's a master shepherd, right? He's a pastor, he's a music producer, a music composer. So you might be getting more than you again. You might be getting just more than conversation. You might be getting music today. You might be. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. So, Father, we just hand it over to you that you lead, guide, direct us, and that you we bless everyone who will tune in today to listen to this amazing broadcast. Do your bidding. Do what is always known to you and attributed only to you. And the glory and honor will be ascribed back to you. In fact, we are doing that right now in advance, knowing that you are always in the business of doing our desires. Thank you, God. For in Jesus' precious name we pray. Well, with that prayer of mine, allow me to make welcome my great brother. I call him the spirit man, a man who is all encompassing. He is everything inside one person. Ladies, gentlemen, a man with a heart of love, a man that is firm in his leadership style, a man that has grown people all over the world, a man that is a global preacher, a sought after conference preacher. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesse Spirit. Let's make him welcome right now. Hello, man of God. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Wow, what a joy. What a joy to have you on my broadcast. And again, to talk about this topic that is extremely important.
Thank you. I call you Apostle, Prophet Samuel. It's a great honor, it's a privilege to come on your platform. Thank you for giving me the privilege to do this.
See, man of God, listen, this how it's going to go, right? Uh, mm, I know you love music. I don't know if you want to start with music, but I want to ask people as they enjoy this music for just few minutes to share this broadcast. I also want to be able to get back on my other device and share it. I want to share this so that by the time we start talking, by the time we start having our conversation, we possibly have a lot of people coming and listen to what we have to say. So maybe you do your thing, just entertain us with some beautiful background music as I encourage people to share this broadcast. So hey, if you're listening to me now, as we listen to our great guest, Jesse Spirit, play a wonderful music to entertain us and get us ready for the conversation, please hit the share button. Please, listen, share this. Share this. You don't want to hear this good music alone. You don't want to hear this good conversation alone. You want somebody else to also benefit from today's deliberation. So please, please, please share, share, share if you care, care, care. And I'm doing that right now, even as I hand over to my friend to just play that beautiful music.
Thank you, sir.
Come on. Yes, sir. Come on, sir. Yes. I love it. Share, 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 people. As you enjoy this music, share this broadcast.
Woo!
Oh,
My God.
yes. Come on, come on.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. You, you, I hear you loud and clear. Come on. It's loud and clear. I hear you. It's loud and clear. You, you, you. It's loud and clear. I hear you. It's loud and clear. Come on, man. Yeah, you, yeah, it's loud and clear. You, you, it's loud and clear. This is good, man. This is so good. Share, 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 people, share. It's loud and clear. Man, I'm so enjoying this music. Let's know what you think in the comment box. Are you enjoying this? Let us know. Come on, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's loud and clear. It's life changing. Oh. Mm. Okay, people. Okay, 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 man. This feels like I'm in a radio station right now, man. I guess maybe my name is DJ Samuel Nnamdi, reporting from Radio Kingdom Love Ministries Frequency Heaven, right? Just tune into Heaven Frequency and you get this kind of music, get this kind of conversation. Again, I'm with my friend and my brother, Spirit JC, and he's going to be talking to us because this man is, trust me, I've heard him speak about this topic, in the times past. You want to hear this man talk about the love image. What is it even about? I'm not going to interrupt him. I'm going to give him like straight 30 minutes or 30 minutes plus, right? And he's going to just download to us what love energy is about, and we're going to interrogate him. We're going to interrogate some of his points. We're going to get into conversation. If you have questions, do ask. Send in your question. Use the comment box. Write to us. Let's just know you are here. Interact with us. Let's have a beautiful time together today. Over to you, my brother, Jesse Spirit. What is love energy?
Thank you very much. I still want to appreciate you for the privilege to be on your platform and to speak on love energy. Is one of the subject that has wide popularity and publicity.
Yeah,
Subject of love is all over, everywhere,
that's
media,
true.
all over.
That's true.
Now, what we need is to give it what I call acute attention
Mm-hmm.
to begin to know the components and the properties that love is made of.
Okay.
If you look at love in the true sense of it, is the house of every form of emotion.
Mm.
Yes, is the house of every form of emotion. No word in human existence carry the chemistry of a lot of emotions like the word love.
That's correct.
And
Wow.
out of love, hatred can spring forth. Out
Correct.
of love, jealousy can spring forth.
Mm.
Out of love, malice can spring forth. Out of
Mm.
love, backbiting, gossip can spring forth. Out of love, enmity, just keep mentioning it. Out
Wow.
of love, philanthropism can spring forth.
That's
Out of
correct.
love, giving can come out of love.
That's
Out of
correct.
love, uh, 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 just going extra mile, dying for somebody can come
That's
out of love.
right.
So love is the word, is one of the principal words that literally house all the emotions. So love is a complete warehouse that everything that has to do with your emotions can be literally found,
Come
and
on.
nothing
Come
else can be
on.
outside it.
Say that again. My God.
Yes. So if you look at it from that angle and you know that love is a house of several emotions, you will realize with me that every human being existing on earth is actually decked up with love, is
Mm.
created with love.
Mm.
But lack of in-depth study or thinking or allowing the energy to flow will allow you to express one energy above another. So the total summary of the energy of love is to bring out positive vibes,
Mm.
positive result.
Mm-hmm.
When you do not manage your love energy properly, you will have on your scale of love, you will have hatred, but still proceeding out of love.
Okay.
Yes, that is where tribalism comes out of, is a love for your tribe. That is
Okay.
where um, uh, racism comes from, is a
That's
love for
right.
your race.
That's right. That's
Yes,
right.
that is where, no, just name it. Is love, but is not put in a proper balance.
Mm-hmm.
So the emphasis becomes loop-sided. It is
Mm.
from a one point perspective, but you need
Mm.
multiple point perspective to be able to express the energy of love.
Mm.
Why I call it love energy, the subject of energy is actually global. There are
Yes.
all over the world, governments, scientists, religious body are just tracking the behavior and the reason for the existence of energy. And so, if we're going to use those two words together, then they are fit to actually work together. So I
Mm-hmm.
literally call it love energy. So
Okay.
having said that, that love is a house that house all manner, every emotion you see expressed in the world today. So people express it from their religious platform. You express
Yes.
political platform. You express it from social platform. You express
Yes.
it from all manner of platform. But we need to have a holistic look at love. There is
Okay.
no one single human being existing today that does not have love in their inside.
Okay.
How the energy is being expressed is very, very important. And if you don't express the energy well, it's either you are stigmatized or you are victimized.
Come on. Come on.
Yes, or you are victimized. Now, someone that is expressing love for music, there's someone else that has nothing to do with music.
That's correct.
Somebody is expressing love for dancing, and there's someone that hates dancing.
That's correct.
Someone is expressing love for children, and there's somebody that hates children.
That's
There's
correct.
somebody expressing love for women, and there's somebody that don't like women. There's somebody expressing love for men, and some other persons don't like men. All of it is from the perspective and the angle where you are seeing love from.
Mm-hmm.
So, but because it's an energy, you need to learn how to apply it so that while building your life on earth, the love energy you express will not directly be destroying one part of the earth because all of
Mm.
us are interconnected.
That's correct.
No matter your class, no matter your race, no matter your language, no matter who you are and what you are, we have an interconnection. And that interconnectivity, we can't shy away from it.
Mm.
Everything around your life came from somebody you don't like. You might not like some certain race of people, but you are driving their car. You may not like a certain tribe, but probably you are using their fabric or you are using something they produce or manufacture. You may not like somebody, but you are wearing their shoes. You may not like a certain set of people, but you are using their cream, you are using their perfume, you are using their body spray, you are using their fragrance. You don't like some certain set of people, but the food you are eating is being imported from their country into your country. So there is a connection between all of us humans, that when you are expressing your love energy, you need to put in perspective so that you don't overemphasize what is going to be detrimental to another part of the human life.
Come
So
on, sir.
yes, I call it love energy. It
Wow.
calls for balance. And that love energy, ladies and gentlemen, you really didn't do anything much about it because you were created like that.
Mm,
Just like we are not created as elephants, we are not
mm,
created as lions, we are
mm.
created as humans.
Yes,
You
sir.
came into existence and found yourself a human being. You
Yes,
didn't find
sir.
yourself an insect, you did not find yourself as a bird, you find yourself as a human being. So I was reading a book, and the book says, God had made everything beautiful in His time, and He has
Hmm.
also set eternity
In
in
the
the heart
hearts
of
of men.
man.
In the hearts of men. Wow.
Yes, He has set eternity in the heart of man. In the heart of man. That sounds very deep. So there is a Creator that is specialized in setting your heart,
Mm.
putting your heart to travel like a clock, to ring like a clock, to time like a clock. He set eternity in your heart. What is eternity? Infinitum. What is eternity?
Mm.
Infinitum. He set that in your heart. That's why invention cannot stop.
That's right.
Manufacturing cannot stop. Discovering new things cannot stop. It's also eternity.
Wow.
Yes, it's also eternity. Creating things cannot stop. It's eternity, because the more deeper we go into your being, your nature, your life, you will discover that there is no end to who you are, from your spiritual point to your mental point, your psyche, and even to your material point. There is depth and layers that you have not exploited. Some
Mm.
people can go deeper and exploit it. So, love and energy mixed together is this: love is a factory, love is a warehouse, love is a world where all the emotions are put together. Energy is the way those emotions are being expressed.
Okay.
If you express it not in the proper order, you are going to be promoting something else, and you will be demeaning the unity of humanity. You'll be demeaning someone else because you are promoting the love energy from just one perspective, from one angle, and not having a holistic look at what love really is.
Okay.
So, yes, if eternity is set in your heart, it therefore means love is set in your heart. So let's do
Mm.
practical, right? Let's do
Okay.
practical. Let's do practical. Your wife, for example, Apostle,
Mhm.
you have a lot of women around the state, the country, the premises where you met your wife, and she's not born from your father nor your mom. She is someone else's child with different training, different exposure, different education, different everything. But here in the midst of multitude of girls, when you set your eyes on her, the rhythm of your heart began to skip. The music of your soul began to change. What happened to you that just by setting your eyes on somebody, your hormonal situation begins to vibrate in a certain molecular behavior?
You are very correct. You are very correct.
And you left, you wanted to get that out of your mind, but
Mhm.
it came into your mind and God stuck to your mind. That's why I said love is stronger than education.
Come on. Come
Because
on.
education, you need to learn, you need to practice, you need to memorize. But when you fall in love, it will cling to your mind and you will just know. So love is not education, love is illumination.
Come on. I love
Love is
that.
light.
I love that.
Yes, love is light. You don't read it, you don't study it, but yet you know.
Wow.
You don't need a teacher, you don't need a professor, you just know. When the Wright brothers were projecting their love in the aircraft flying, they
Mhm.
just know that an aircraft, that a metal object can fly.
Yes.
Everybody argued it with them. They have never seen it in existence before. But when love is in you, you will know. You will have illumination. You will have light. You don't need a professor. You don't need a study. You don't need a lecturer. You don't need to school about it. You will know of a surety that this thing is going to work. So when they were argued, when they were advised that this your experiment is not going to work, they said, look, we know what we are talking about. But the
Mhm.
question is this, sir, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir, please.
The people that invented aircraft, did they go to school of aircraft invention?
Amazingly, no.
The person that invented electric bulb, Thomas Edison, did he go to a school of bulb invention?
No, sir. Wow.
From all the inventors in the field of music, in the field of food and beverages, in the field of technology and what have you, none of the inventor went to any form of school to help explain to them what to do and how to do it. But when love came into their mindset, light broke loose. That is why, sir, when you fell in love with your wife,
Mhm.
someone will tell you, do you know her? You will answer yes.
Yes.
Why are you answering yes? What? I just know. How do you know her? You just know. You are not looking for her friend to explain her. You are not looking for her mother to give you a breakdown how rude or how nice she is at home. You don't even care anymore. Even when your father is trying to tell you, so my son, what happened to you? You really couldn't explain, but that is your explanation. That you couldn't explain the explanation is actually an explanation.
Okay.
Yes, because you are being captured, wrapped up by a certain energy that broke knowledge out, that give you a knowing without. That's why prophetic becomes easy when you walk in love.
Come on. Come
That's why
on.
governance becomes easy when you walk in love. You might not have degrees like a thermometer from
Mhm.
a university of political science.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
because there is an energy in your inside that loves the people, love the nation, that carries love, you begin to love with begin to rule with dexterity and accuracy,
Yes, sir.
even though you never read one single book on political science, but you begin to manifest some dimension of politics that even a student of political science will have to take your exploit and start studying it,
Studying.
understand it.
Powered by love. What you are manifesting
Yes.
is powered by love. Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the question, if I understand what you're saying, and I'm sorry to interrupt, this is so good I couldn't even help myself right here. So the people we are studying, who did they study? When you asked about Thomas Edison and everybody that invented what they invented, now we are studying them, but who did they study?
So because of their state of love, that light that give you illumination
Creativity.
that a professor cannot plant into your brain, because they take you through the process of reading and studying and memorizing and doing objective questions, applied
Right,
questions, and
right,
all of that to
right,
just help you get the tenets and the pillars of knowledge and learning.
right,
Meanwhile,
right.
Meanwhile, all of the materials they are using came out of stark illiterate that were powered by love.
Yeah.
Came out of unschooled
Oh my.
that were powered by love. Came out of unlearned that were powered by love. Democracy has never been in existence. Somebody that loves his country said, look, governance can be better than how we are doing it. And he gave back to democracy.
And let me even quickly say that United States, for example, is the country that is promoting democracy more than any other country. And many other countries are learning from the US. Why? Exactly what you said. They just couldn't understand how things, the monarchy system of England, because they pretty much came out of England. We don't want to be ruled like this. We want to be able to have a different kind of, leadership, democratic kind of leadership. And that is how a lot of countries in the world began to copy democracy because they saw a people. But before they did it, I'm not sure there was such a thing like that. So you are correct, man. My God.
Now, that is the energy. So by the time you allow love to drive you to a certain peak, look at what happened to God Almighty, for example.
Right.
God Almighty had his creation tumble upside down. And then he wanted to fix it. And then the Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave.
Yes, sir.
So if you look at this, that when your love becomes acute or grows to the point of so loved,
my God,
that something begins to leave your personality. Something begins to fly out of your being. And energy begins to leave you. And when the energy leaves you, it's going to leave you for good. It's going to leave you for transformation. So God so loved that he gave. So when that energy of love comes to a certain level, something begins to leave you to solve problems, to heal the world, to help humanity, to solve deep issues that ordinary brains cannot be able to handle. Is the realm of deep inspiration, is a realm of light, is a realm of illumination where light becomes the solution for human problem. So I call it love energy. Why? Because when that energy is stirred in you, the byproduct of it is what I call energy.
Yes.
So, yes, the byproduct of it is what I call energy. It's different from so many things. It's not sex, yet sex is in it.
Okay.
It's not kisses. Yes, kisses are in it. It's not romance, yet romance is in it. It's not hatred, yet hatred is in it. It's not bitterness. Yes, bitterness is in it. Now, but who will now come to a point where all the other emotions put together is to the good of somebody? That is where love is the ruler of all the emotions, is the ruler of all the feelings, is the ruler of all the ideas, because the byproduct of it is for the good of the next person. If you see anybody claim they love somebody and turn the love into intense hatred, and that hatred is so intense that it has no space for any love, from the beginning, they never had it. They never had it. They never had it. They ran after selfishness and emotion in love, which they did not balance. And when things did not go their way, they react. So the reaction becomes very aggressive against somebody they claim they ever loved. So probably money, probably sex, and the sex is no more available. Money is no more available now. It's stirring anger. If you love me initially, If you love me truly, it is impossible for love to turn to hate, because love is the principal
Mm.
controller of all of the emotions put together.
Mm.
Yes. So
Wow.
for God so loved the world that
That
he gave.
he gave.
So now he set this in our inside. All of us
Mm.
have it. All of us have it. But the point of your expression, the release of your energy, watch the edges, watch how sharp the edge of your emotions are. Is it cutting somebody and
Come
trying to
on.
help
Come
somebody?
on. Come on. Come on.
If it's cutting somebody and trying to help somebody, it is not balance. You can call it classism.
Mm.
You are showing forth your class and you are humiliating other people that are not in your class.
Are not in your class.
So your love is there, but your expression, which is the energy, is not balanced. It's not
Wow.
balanced. And you can actually balance it by knowing that
Wow.
love is all the emotions refined.
Wow.
Love is the ruler of all the emotions. Love is the king of all the emotions. Love is
Wow.
a steering, is a commander of all the emotions. But if you don't bring all your emotions into that point where love becomes the commander, where love becomes the king, you will emit some energies that is going to injure too many people at the same time.
Okay, listen, I'm going to interject a little bit at this point because we need to take a breather. We need to cool us down. It's pretty much like saying, okay, teacher, calm us down, help us to calm down. You're giving us a whole lot of information and we want to interrogate some of them. But let's take a break. And how do we take our break in this broadcast? Our teacher also happens to be an authority in music. So to let this calm down a little bit, we're gonna get like 2-3 minutes of classical music, and that's gonna be our break. I will switch over to conversation. Over to you, man of God. Do you love music? Woo!
This is an angelic sound
Yeah.
that has to do with your inner configuration of love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Angelic sound that have to do with your inner configuration of love. My God. Hey man, listen, if you have your wife or your husband close to, close to you, this is that music that, you just want to have that couple dance. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my goodness, this is so good. Okay, okay. Our break is over. Our break is over. We just took some few minutes break, people. My goodness. Listen, this is the best show ever. It has quality conversation, it has quality music. It is just electrifying. Man of God, you were talking about classism, and I want to interrogate that a little bit. Talk to us about this classism issue, because it is, I'm one person that is irritated by classism, and if you are a love entity, which according to what he has told us, every one of us were created that way, right? But if you love the love and you're a love entity, a love personality, you will have a little bit of problem with classism. There is there's and I'm not gonna, I just can't help myself. I have to say this. There is a lady that encountered my wife one point, and they are supposed to be contemporaries or something like that. Guess what? This lady just started looking at my wife, sizing her up, because this classism manifests in such a way that you see somebody, you cannot appreciate the person for who the person is, love the person for who the person is, but beginning to measure up what kind of shoe is she wearing, what kind of handbag is she having, what kind of gown is she putting on, who is her designer. And if her designer doesn't meet up to who designs your own clothing, you begin to downsize or look down on the person. So this classism doesn't look like what love should do. So what do you have to tell us about this sickness called classism?
Is sometimes it looks as if it's inevitable because of inadequate knowledge about the love energy.
Mm.
Yeah, inadequate knowledge about love energy. But you see, if you are out of love and the next person, let me not use the word out of love, if you did not interpret your love energy properly, and then you are misapplying some certain energy out of your be converted into love. So the person that is in love, that you are projecting an imbalanced energy to them, they have a conversion power. They have a converter. So if you are walking in love and someone is projecting hatred to you, the hatred, when it hits you, it will be converted into love, because you are in the purer state, but the person is in the state of distortion.
Okay. Distorted stage. Okay.
Yes, because of imbalanced emphasis on one of the components, one of the emotions in love. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Perfectly well.
So if your wife was in that condition and another lady came and because of maybe her achievement or because of what she was wearing, she now deemed it fit to compare herself disdainfully with your wife. She that is doing that is under a certain illusion about materialism.
Oh my God! Listen, this is the point. That's the prophetic you coming out here, because you just X-rayed it perfectly. That's a perfect X-ray. It is what it is.
Mm.
Hyper materialism. That's
Now,
correct.
so, yeah, so that illusion, because material things, the moment they come into your hand, the moment they are manufactured, they start dying. From car to phones to shoes to everything, they start passing away. If
Okay.
you keep them in your store, you will watch them living. You will watch them dematerializing.
Right.
You will watch them, yes, you will watch them living. There is no material thing you had
Hmm.
20, 30 years ago that is still is still in the shape where it is.
Okay.
So, but people that are not didn't sit down to understand the love energy can be under a certain spell of materialism, an illusion of materialism. The wristwatch you are wearing, the shoe you are wearing, the bag you are carrying, the clothes you are wearing, the earrings you are wearing, the gold, the kind of fragrance you use, and so many things. So when you are under that intense illusion, definitely you will travel the wrong path for some time.
Okay.
Now, but when you go in that wrong path, the other person that you are projecting that your illusion against, if they are in a fixed point of love, you
Right.
will not be able to contaminate it. You may hit them, but you can't get them contaminated.
Wow.
And if they remain there, they have more magnetism than you.
Because love is superior to materialism. Love is
Yeah.
superior to hate.
That is why love magnets materials.
Okay.
But materialism on its own is looking for the soul of man to control. Other people that don't understand love run after material things.
Okay.
But people that understand love remain at the point of balance, and material things run after them.
Perfect. Point of balance. I want to interrogate that. What? How is somebody supposed to understand what that means? What does it mean to remain at a point of balance when it comes to this love discussion?
This is the component of your existence. You have been coupled that way.
Hmm.
You are being coupled. Adam was given an assignment
Yes.
to love both plants, animals,
Right.
to love rivers, to love, the sky, to love the stars. He has been given, he has been configured, and eternity has been set in his heart.
That's correct.
That's why when Adam looked at trees, I'm talking about Adam until to our generation. When Adam looked at a tree, loving a tree to a certain point, rubber began to come out of the tree.
Ooh, you keep bringing creativity. You keep listen, people. Listen, people. I want to make sure we are hearing because one thing I love to do is to hear. There's something I'm developing. I call it the act of communication. The inside of it, there's act of hearing, there's act of listening, there's act of speaking. All of this component makes up the act of communication. So I am, as I'm developing it, I'm like, what am I hearing? I'm always asking myself, in this conversation, I have heard so much of love and creativity working hand in hand. I hope you are hearing the same thing. Because Adam loved the tree, rubber came out of it. Talk to us more about that. Talk to us
Yes,
more
sir.
about that.
Yes, sir. So you see, Adam was not chasing after rubber. Adam was not running after plastics. So Adam was not running after metals. Adam was not running after gold. By taking care of the gold, Adam was able to bring resource out of the gold. By taking care of the earth, Adam was able to bring crude oil out of the earth, gas out of the earth. Adam has never woke up, I want to work in oil company. Adam has never woke up, I want to amass gold. Adam has never woke up, you see, I need some heavy metals in my life. No. He just remained in the state of just loving. In the state of love. So watch people that love computer and then they create Facebook out of it. they create social network out of it.
Man of God. So, thinking application, will I be right to say, right, that by taking care of your wife, it is traceable to what you're able to bring out of her? By taking care of your husband, by that I mean by loving your husband, by loving your wife, it is, how the Bible says that wisdom is justified by her children. We can see that by what you're able to bring out of her. So as Adam brought crude out of the ground that he was taking care of, what materials, appreciable materials, are you bringing out from the relationship that you take care of, be it your wife, husband, children, father, mother, all of that? Is that correct assertion?
Yes, sir. Just look at what love does to everybody and how it behaves. Most of us that grew up in some intense kind of environment, maybe uh, uh,
Nuclear
uh,
family.
yeah, I would just maybe give myself as an example. I grew
Okay.
up in a place, and while I was growing up, it was a large, what we call compound in
Okay.
Africa. That
Yes, sir.
means it's housing a lot of people from different part of the country and different people there. And I was the smallest child at that time. So
Mm-hmm.
every adult in that house, if they want to buy something, it's me they will send. So I will work from morning till night as if I was employed. But these are just free messages.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
while I was there, now they were calling me because we had people bearing my name in that
Mm-hmm.
elderly people bearing my same name in that compound, in that
Yes.
house. So
Yes.
they started calling me Biggie Nose.
Hmm.
In other words, they were trying to use my nose to describe my person. So they call me Biggie Nose. So I didn't like it, but these are adults. Now I couldn't stop them. So as a child, beginners, I would just come. Then they would send me buy things, come back, do things, help me clean my house. So I was just there. Now, but meanwhile, there's this girl in that community. Her father is very, very wealthy. They live
Okay.
in in a fenced house. As a child, that lady was so pretty in my eye. She was pretty, really pretty. So one day, I was out doing those work people have been sending me.
Mm-hmm.
Then she was standing with her brothers and her sister. Then she called me. She said she loved this boy very well. And
Hmm.
that's the first time someone was telling me, I love this boy. Now look at what she said that turned my life around. She said, I love this boy very well, and his nose is like foreign people. He has, what we call Oyibo nose.
And that's true because at least I know you, and I've preached for you, I've preached to your church, you have a pointed nose for real.
Now, but it was you see the way it was described.
Big
Then
nose.
one word from that lady healed me of years
Oh,
of a very bad nickname that I didn't like, that was I'm not happy about, but I couldn't help myself. But just one word from that lady. She was more beautiful than them. She was taller than them. Her father is rich. She's from this. I think at that time she was a lawyer. And so just one word. I wish I can find her. I wish I can find her. Just one word as a child. When she said that, something left me. Complex left me. Depression left me. Worry left me. I said, wow. Just that was it. If you like, call me Biggie. Anything you can call me. You're on your own because you are not as beautiful as that lady in my heart. You are not as tall as her. You are not as fair as her. You are not as blessed as her. So anything you said, you're on your own. Are you with me?
I'm with you, man of God.
Now, so just look at it. If that one word could take me from that downward moment and
Mm-hmm.
just throw me into the sky to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, watch what your positive word. will do to your child.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What your positive word will do to your wife.
Mm.
What your positive word will do to your friend. Now,
Mm.
what your positive word will do to a total stranger.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come
When
on.
you do that to a total stranger, he will mistake you for an angel. I'm telling you, we go telling the story that I was in social condition, I was worried, I was grounded, I didn't know what to do, and an angel came and told me this. If you ever spoke to a stranger, they will always describe you as an angel.
Mm.
Yes,
Mm.
they will always describe you as an angel. Just one
Mm.
positive word. I will give you one more example
Yes, sir.
in a story.
Yes, sir.
A guy did his wedding. This is a true life a testimony. And while they were doing their honeymoon, he said he realized the wife will always go to the mirror and, you know, trying to, you know, appreciate herself. While he was lying down there, something told him, your wife has an inferior self dignity
Complex. Yeah.
complex.
Yeah.
So, and he was interacting with his soul. And then his soul told him, remove mirror from your wife and tell her that you are going to be her mirror. If you can do that for 7 months, your wife is going to be healed.
Okay.
He had a complex. She's beautiful, but yet she's not feeling beautiful.
Right.
Have you met beautiful people that you know they are beautiful, but yet they have complex? Yes. So he stood up and told the wife, he said, we are leaving this hotel now. We are going home. And I'm going to smash every mirror in that house, big or
Mm.
small. I'm going to smash them. I will break them into pieces. The wife said, why? He said, because from today, I am your mirror. I can't lie to you. If you are not well dressed, I will tell you are not well dressed. If your makeup is not right, I will tell you it's not right. But you have nothing to do with mirror in this house. So she thought it was a joke. So they got home and he has his mirror. And he said, my wife, come, look at that mirror. What do you see about yourself? She said, I guess I'm okay. He knew that that complex has bound her.
Mm.
Like I had my own childhood complex that was broken
Mm.
with one word.
Oh.
So he told her, I said, my wife, back up. If you are not beautiful, I'm not going to marry you. If
Mm.
you are not valuable, I'm not going to pay for useless commodity.
Product.
I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you. I value you. That's why I step out to come for you. If
Right.
you think Miro is going to give you a better description of you today, I will be your mirror. And this mirror is gone. He said he told her to back up and he smashed the mirror.
Okay.
Now listen to this. It looks like voodoo or magic. He said when he smashed the mirror, his wife fell on the ground.
Wow.
Literally, yes. She fell on the ground and was there. And then he took something, cleaned up the mirror, and told her, I will be your mirror. He said, from that day, confidence, courage, boldness, audacity. She felt that she is beautiful. If she's not beautiful, this man cannot smash that kind of mirror. If he does not value her, he can't
Smash.
smash the mirror.
Hmm?
Now he said something came out of his wife that restored her catwalk, that restored her smile, that restored her swag.
The thing restored her catwalk.
Yes,
Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
restore her swag, and that was it. He said
Mm-hmm.
that was when he got a woman that knew she was beautiful and she loved it.
Mm.
Courage, boldness, audacity. Let
Mm.
me ask you a question. Do you think any man else can convince her beyond this conviction the man has done?
No.
Just one word.
One word.
Yes, of caring, of sharing love. Just
Mm.
one word of speaking to somebody. Just one
Mm.
word planted in somebody's heart. Just one
Mm.
word in somebody's spirit. Just one word of love in somebody's spirit. That was it. And
You
look at
know, no wonder man of God Bible says that a word rightly spoken is like apple of gold in the service of silver.
yes, sir.
Now, apple of gold in the service of silver simply explains extreme beauty, extreme attraction, extreme admiration. So I think what the Bible was trying to say is when you speak right word, you create beauty that is to the extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow.
And he said, right word are forcible.
Yes, sir. How
They are
forcible
forceful.
are right word? Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes,
yes.
sir.
They carry power. My father will tell me, said, no matter what a woman do, don't tell her the bad word you have in your mind.
Oh my God.
Because you will try to live the whole of your life trying to remove it, and you may not be able to remove it.
From her head, right?
Yes, from everywhere. Her spirit, her soul, her body.
Jesus.
So he said, it's even better you walk away than to air your mind the way you feel like airing it. Because she said you are a useless man. You want to reply, you want to reply to her. If you mistakenly say you are a useless woman, she will live for the next 20 years. She can't forget it.
And then she forgot that she was the one that first said you useless man.
Now. So that's why
That
you have
is
to be in the state of love.
that is an elderly advice.
So you have to be in the state of love. So when they throw those things, you are able to convert it.
Mm.
When they throw those
Mm.
things, you have the converter because you are in a rightful state. You get what I'm saying?
Could this be the reason why love belongs to men when it comes to marital relationship? Husband, love, wife, obey or submit. So for the husband, it is love. For the wife, that which belongs to them is to submit. That which belongs to us is to love. So in line with what you are teaching now, the one who has the burden of love should stand balanced. I'm trying to use all your teaching for today. Should stand balanced. And going by your father's advice, don't repeat back what she says to you because she won't forget it in the next many years to come.
That's right. If you want
Wow.
to teach Bible from the English language, you
Mhm.
will be able to separate love and submission.
Okay.
That's if you want to teach Bible from the English language. But if you
Mhm.
want to teach Bible from the origin of it,
Right.
you will know that love dwells, submission dwells in love. You can't
Mm.
submit without the component of love.
That's correct.
Yes, so it's not as if a man should love and women don't know how to love, they can only submit. My dear, nobody submits to anything
That they
until
don't love. That's correct.
until they just go try do shopping for your wife. You will know that if she does not love it, from the way she's receiving it, your spirit will tell you that you have entered trouble. No matter how expensive it is, if the color did not match what she was targeting, you have a problem. She will say you are cheated and you don't either know how to buy things, you don't know where to buy better things. Now, she will have a way to tell you that you have just goofed. You just did foolish shopping. Now,
Oh my goodness.
but what happens if you get her exactly what she has imagined, what she has
Mm-hmm.
thought for, what she
Mm-hmm.
desired, what she has been dreaming about?
Mm-hmm.
Check the reaction.
Okay.
She will jump, she will cry, she will run around, she will hug you, she will kiss you, and then hug you again and kiss you again, and then hug you again and kiss you again, and hug you again and again and kiss
That's
you again.
becoming too much. What does she have in mind? That's becoming too much. What does she have
That
in
is
mind?
revealing to you submission. That is
Oh
revealing.
my goodness.
That is revealing submission. So, including the woman that is in the state of love, can shield herself from a man that is brutal, that has one side of his love not in sync, not in balance.
Right.
Yes, so he will throw things on her and tell her, I don't know why I married you. If you say that, it means you are really deaf. If you are unintelligent, that you don't know how you married her, then you are supposed to advise yourself, not tell her. But if the woman is not in sync with love and she wants to start thinking about that statement will become toxic in few minutes of her meditation. It will become an atomic bomb. It will become a chemical weapon. And if she wants to launch out that same weapon on you, confusion is going to last in that family for a very long time. So, but if she is in sync, she will be able to convert those energy into something positive.
That's correct.
Yes. So that's what I would say in that regard.
That's awesome. Okay, now last question. People, do we take a break, people? I don't know why I'm feeling like we should take a break again. Okay, let's take this time around 2 minutes break, just 2 minutes. And you know how we do our break? Our guest, who is feeding us with so much amazing revelatory information, will help us relax so that this one will, sit in very well. And he's gonna do that with classical, beautiful music. As you listen, be kind enough to share this broadcast. Over to you, man of God. Let's enjoy these 2 minutes together.
Just remember that this is an angelic sound on love that is inside of you.
Made of love. Do you know, yeah, that I'm made of love. Do you know, yeah, that I'm made of love. Do you know? Do you know? Yeah. Oh my God, this is so good. Hey people, let me quickly tell you about my daughter's book. This book is selling so fast on Amazon. This is the book right here. Go on Amazon, check it out. Peniel Nnamdi, get this book. It is being a blessing to so many kids out there. All right. Now that is gonna be our last break, and we are coming into our last interrogation, and it would have to do with the source of love. Okay, we want to make sure that you understand the source of love is critical, is important, because listen to me, if you don't know the source of love, you cannot love, you cannot have balanced love, like my guest would always use. But let me read this to us, because that's where my question is going to come out from. Okay, and this is Paul expressing a very powerful desire to the church in Ephesus, and Ephesians chapter 3 from verse from verse, what do I read now? From verse 14. Paul said, "For this reason I bow my knees to the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, from whom the whole family in heaven and on earth is named, that he would grant you." This is so mind-blowing, people. That the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ will grant you, according to the riches of his glory, to be with strengthened with might in his spirit in your inner man. Why? Verse 17, that Christ may dwell in you. What does that mean? And this is even important at this point, because we are in the season of the Feast of Tabernacles. I love this scripture coming out here, because this is the season of the Feast of Tabernacles. That Christ may dwell in you. That's what it means. That's what tabernacle is. Emmanuel, he has come down to be with us. That Christ may dwell in your heart through faith, that you being rooted and grounded in love. Now, this is where we are going to talk the most important aspect of love. What does it mean to be rooted and grounded in love? May be able to comprehend with all the saints what is, number one, the width, number two, the length, number three, the depth, number four, the height, to know the love of Christ, which passes knowledge, that ye may be filled with all, not some, all the fullness of God. So, question, as our guest will help us out, what is this thing about love that makes us to be filled with all of the fullness of God? What is that thing about love that makes you to be filled with all of the fullness of God? And that will be our last interrogation on this broadcast. So over to you, my guest. Help us understand how love can metamorphose us from ordinary people to people who are 100% God here on earth.
Thank you, sir. You see, that's why from the beginning I said love is light, love is illumination, love is not education. Love is stronger than what a professor, a lecturer, a teacher can do with you. Love is not teaching ministry. Love is the reality of our life. Love is beyond space. Love is beyond matter. Love is beyond time. Love was outside space and time and was outside matter. Existed without the existence of those. Now, that's why when you encounter love, You live in a certain light and it's a certain frequency. All the people that have encountered love have been mistaken to be prophets. They are generational shifters. They are
Mm.
generational changers. They make impact. Are you with me?
Very well,
They,
sir. Very well.
they make impact. Just look at it, for example. Noah, because of love, found God without a preacher converting him, conversing with him. He located love in a generation that was terrifically evil.
Mm.
That was Noah.
Wow.
And for the first time, the love made him invent a ship that did
Wow.
not stand. We are not talking about confronting a hurricane. I had hurricane here in Florida, my dear. Hurricane, you can't even pray hurricane for your enemy.
Mm.
That wind is really a wind. It's a violent, voracious wind. Now you can't pray it against your enemy. Now Noah in his generation had a global hurricane.
Mm.
It was a wind that was without direction and was tearing all over the earth. And yet he created a ship that was not as good as Titanic, but yet so
Mm.
a global hurricane.
Come on.
Because it came from light. It came from light. There was no lecturer. He did not attend the school of oceanography, ship,
Ma-
shipcraft,
marine
marine engineering.
studies.
Marine engineering. He never
Mm.
was any of those. And yet, till today, they will need to locate the Ark of Noah to find out that crazy technology
My
that could
God.
not sink in the face of global storm. And with all those
Amazing.
animals there, he doesn't know anything about compass, he doesn't know anything about geography, but pedaled that same ship. He does not have a radar, and yet it
Mm.
went to establish itself on Mount Ararat, exact
Wow.
location where it needs to pitch.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
because it proceeds from love. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I say it's an integral component of our creation. Nobody can run too faster from it because it's like your heart. It's inseparable. Because
Mm-hmm.
God has put that in our spirit. The only issue here is this, is the interpretation of the energy. That's why some people express it in the platform of their religion. Some express it in the platform of their color, their skin tone. Some express it in the platform of their class, their education, their wealth. But the truth of
Mm-hmm.
the matter is that it's still love, but expressed in that platform. Those platforms is what is corrupting the love and not giving it a proper universal blend.
Mm.
So the
Mm.
Bible says, and now these three remain: faith,
Right.
hope, and
Right.
love.
Yes, sir.
Faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Just look at that.
Mm.
Look at that. Look at that.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Hope is so powerful that it gives you life to live in the front of adversity
That's
without doing
correct.
anything against it,
That's correct.
without doing anything about the adversity. You are poor, but you have hope, and you are looking at the poverty, you are unshakable.
That's right.
You are
That's
not
right.
even you are not even praying to get out of it. You are not trusting God to get out of it. You just feel that I will wear this poverty out with this my hope.
That's right.
I will
That's
go
right.
beyond it. But faith is that energy that told you, man, I can't sit down here.
Mm.
Faith is the energy that makes you do something about your situation.
That's correct. Very
Take
correct.
action about your situation. But listen to me, people like Abraham, they were not having this kind of faith of I must do something. Abraham was using hope until he got to a point that even his hope, look at his hope, and was amazed. He hoped against hope. In other words, there was no reason for him to hope, and yet he was still hoping.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
faith will take action. Faith will say, I can't sit here. Faith will say, I can't just cross my hand. Faith will say, I must do something. Faith will say, I'm going to walk out of my house. Faith will say, I'm going to sell something. I'm going to just do something with my life. That is faith. But how do you explain love?
Wow.
Love is neither hope nor faith.
Oh, right. Right.
But look at how magnetic love is.
My God.
Love is so magnetic because it's actually the greatest.
That's correct.
Though you are sitting quiet as if you are hoping, but you are in the frequency of love.
Mm-hmm.
So things begin to travel your direction.
Hmm.
Are you with me?
Exactly.
No, you step out as if you wanted to do something, as if you're flowing in faith, as if you are going to add works to your hope. And yet, as you step out, you have provision that faith cannot give you.
Hmm.
You have result that faith cannot give you. People sometimes describe it as miracles. People sometimes describe it as breakthrough. People sometimes describe it as wonders. Because it didn't proceed from faith. It's not a child of hope. It is just that energy of love that begin to pull things that matters to your destiny, matters to your life in your direction. Let me ask you a question, sir.
Yes, sir.
How many applications have your children sent to you to get a job of helping to clean in the house?
None.
But do you know that they are cleaning the house is an act of faith?
Okay.
Because that's action. That's works.
That's true.
And yet they didn't apply for it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a pay for it.
That's right.
And you can't claim that is their obligation and their duty because a house help can do it.
That's correct.
And it does not reduce their place as a son or as a daughter in the house because the house help is cleaning the house. You said, now I disown you as my child. So it's not obligatory, yet they are doing it by that same simple faith. They are not doing it because they needed something.
Mm-hmm.
You see, they are doing it from the point of love. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, but when you are buying gift for your children, do you buy the gift as a reward?
Mm-hmm.
Chika, you cleaned the house on Monday, 15th of last month, and then Obiora, you did the dishes on the 16th of last month. Good. So I bought some gift here. You didn't work. I'm not going to give you a gift. Because if it happens like that, it means that their works, which came from faith, gave them a reward,
Mm-hmm.
gave them what they needed. But when they are in the state of love, you by yourself, you'll be planning a vacation for them, no matter how it's
Oh,
costing.
yes. Yes. Yes.
No matter how it's costing you, you'll be planning. The thing is eating you, but you are the father. You are doing the best you can. Every risk you are taking is for them, and they don't need to work for it. They don't need faith for it. They don't need to hope for it. On the platform of love, they are
Yes.
harvesting from you, whether it's convenient or not convenient.
My God. My God.
That is why, look at it. That's why when God was blessing Adam, Adam had no hope. Adam had no faith. He had none of those. But Adam enjoyed love. How can you create one human being and give him Earth, planet Earth, with all the trees and the animals and the fishes in the river and all the gold and the silver and everything in it, in all the, and then the sky, the moon, the stars, all you just gave to one person? What did he do? Nothing.
Nothing.
So when you are in that state of love, the magnetism you develop becomes strong. Let me round up with this. Sir, it's a simple practice. It's a simple practice. You can find your love energy. You can discover your love stimulus from
Mm-hmm.
looking at the things that take your attention the most.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
When you get that, when you get the object of your love, stay focused on it. You start practicing loving that object intently. That same energy of love that you are practicing on an object, you can transfer it to a human being.
Okay.
Yes. Then when you hold it long enough, I will tell people practice loving for 3 hours. Practice loving for 3 days. Practice loving for 3 months. Practice loving for 6 months, for 12 months. Just practice it. Practice loving for 3 years. And look at the revolutionary experience you're going to be having from every element on earth and from humans. I get what
That's
I'm saying.
that's a powerful conclusion and suggestion right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's where the issue is. Most people do it, but they get stuck in the sensual gate. There's something I call the sensual gate of love.
Okay.
For example, you genuinely love uh, your wife, but you see, when she tell you she's not in the mood, your love turned to bitterness.
That's true.
So, in practicing to love, when she tells you she's not in the mood, for the first time, put yourself in her shoes
Mm-hmm.
and say, yes, I understand you are not in the mood. Though I am in the mood, but for your sake.
I will unmood myself.
Yes, because love will naturally not put himself over the other person.
Mm-hmm.
So you now practice loving her, even though it's not convenient for you, you don't like it, you needed this help at this material time, and she's not in the mood. You don't just blow up, bang the door, and then you start calling your ex. And then start reporting, do you know how my wife is treating me? She's denying me of my conjugal right. You start speaking some grammar that is out of vogue. Now, she's denying me of my conjugal right. Why not for the first time practice loving? And say, baby, sweetheart, honey, chocolate, whatever you are calling her, you are not in the mood, fine. Though I'm in the mood, but for your sake, just loving you.
Mm.
And then you put her head on your chest and you begin to appreciate all the work she has done in that house and how she has taken care of the children and how she has been there for you. How, with all your useless failure, she has not forsaken you.
Mm-hmm.
How that you might not be the best husband, but she's sticking around.
Mm-hmm.
How that when you came for her, other guys were there, but she left them and fell in love with you. How that she's your best energy. How that she's your answer. She's your solution. And you start telling her, dear, my dear, she will unmood herself by herself.
Automatically.
Yes, but by the time you refuse to practice loving, you will definitely bang the door because it will hurt you. I live my life for this family. I'm dying for everybody. I am working hard. And now I'm asking for my conjugal right. My dear, if it is your conjugal right, must you be a terrorist to receive a conjugal right?
Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, sir.
Why not be loving? And the conjugal right will look for you because love is magnetic. Love pulls the thing to you, not pull you to the thing. Love beckons on it, not yank you to the thing. You are the one that is in command. You are the one that is in charge. You are the one that is in control. The thing will run after you. That's where I add the word energy. You understand? There's a change in polarity there.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a change in polarity. Instead of you running after the thing, it will dissipate your energy. It will put you at a disadvantage. But just loving, the thing will look for you. Because love is magnetic. Somebody says success is attractive. No, turn the word success to love and you say the same thing. You understand what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Why do you want to meet successful people? You want to snap with Bill Gates. You want to snap with Donald Trump. You want to meet President Biden. Why do you want to meet sports stars, music stars, great people? Why? Because of their success, you want to identify with them. Something is pulling you to them, is the track record of what they have done. So if you are in that state of love, people will also want to identify with you in the same manner. You hear so many people telling you, your face is familiar. It's like I know you somewhere. Like for me that have not been on social media, it's like I know you somewhere. And they've never met me before. They've never seen me before. But something, they just feel something, there's a connection somewhere. I say, yes, of course, there will be a connection.
That's the energy.
So yeah, so that's how it works. That's just a summary of it.
Well, people, one word that can summarize today's session would be that it is very therapeutic, extremely, because it addresses the core of our human entity. We are made of love, made from love, made to love, made with love. Love is like the water in our system. You know how that the scientists say that there is more percentage of water than any other thing in the human body. You know, it pretty much like saying there's more percentage of love than any other thing in the human body. But that same love can express itself in other negative emotions. And in today's teaching, if you didn't join from the beginning, I invite you to go back and watch it from the beginning. You see how we addressed those negative emotions being arrested. You don't need to convert your love to hate, to bitterness, to resentment, to jealousy, to backbiting, to envy, to malice. You don't need to all of that. You need to, be in a balanced state of love. And most importantly, remember that the source of love is God. So the more you are planted in God, the more you radiate the illumination of love. It is the energy that pulls anything your way. What faith cannot pull, what hope cannot pull your way, love, without even breaking a sweat, will pull it your way. You can't be wrong with loving. And I love what my guest said. He said, practice it. For these 3 days, I'm going to love. For these 3 weeks, I'm going to love. For these 3 months, I'm going to love. For these 3 years, I'm going to love. Yeah. And just keep practicing it. And then he said, check your life, what it will become uh, compared to what it used to be. Then you begin to understand the power or the energy of love, like we are trying to bring to you today. This has been so amazing. Can I have people write on the comment box, just clapping hand on the comment box, thumbs up on the comment box, thank you on the comment box. If you really appreciated the quality of today's conversation, I want to have reactions from all of us watching from YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, wherever you're watching from. Just let us know how much of a blessing this has been to you. Unfortunately, this is where we're going to be drawing the curtain, and it is so amazing. It's been 1 hour, 40 minutes of intense, intelligent, informative uh, uh, engagement that we have had. 1 hour, 40 minutes. Trust me, it is worth the time. And I want to thank you specially for joining us on today's broadcast. Again, my guest is Jesse Spirit. He is a reverend gentleman, a prophet, teacher par excellence, pastor, master shepherd, pastors a vibrant church in Kissimmee, Florida, a church that I have preached very many times. Vibrant church, a church that God started through his servant, the Apostle Emmanuel Miyaki. This man is an amazing big brother to me, amazing man of God, powerful man of God doing great works. If you go back to the program I had with him on this platform, you understand what I'm saying. So he pastors his church in Kissimmee, and that's my guest on this show. And I want to thank you so much for joining us. Once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. My name is Samuel Nnamdi. I am also a Reverend Gentleman, Ambassador of the State of Israel, and I'm the host of this new broadcast that is titled Conversation with My Brothers. And on today, we talked about the love energy. It was not just talk, it was talk combined with music, conversation and music. You really want to start from the beginning if you missed out and go through again this broadcast. Man of God, I want to say a very big God bless you. I want to say thank you for your time that you availed us today. I want to say thank you for being a blessing, for addressing a whole lot of uh, issues, touching on so very many things in today's conversation. We really, really appreciate that. We don't take it for granted whatsoever. Okay. And I don't know if you have any last word you want to say because we are closing it out right now.
I want to appreciate you. You have been consistent, you have been fervent, and the platform has been a blessing to me. I've checked in to watch other great broadcasts that you have done, and I like
Mm,
the consistency and the stability that you are putting to it. I deeply appreciate you, and then thank you for always visiting us. Our Apostle Dr. Emmanuel Meyaki, the presiding prelate of
yeah,
our ministry, Life Changing Global Ministry. He's in London. We are doing the work here in 27 North John Young in Kissimmee. And
right.
so we really, you are part of us, and we deeply appreciate you. And thank you for giving me the privilege and opportunity to be here. Thank you.
And then there's actually a leadership school, a leadership academy that the senior apostle overseas. In case you want to hear words like you heard today, or you want to be trained in in the area of leadership, you might want to maybe send me an inbox message. I'll send my guest an inbox message. He has a YouTube page. You can hear him preach on his YouTube page. I think the YouTube page is called The Campfire. If I'm
Prophetic camp.
the prophetic campfire. So if you go to YouTube and search for the prophetic campfire, yeah, subscribe to his page. Okay, subscribe to that YouTube account, and also subscribe to my own YouTube account. God bless you. So again, we want to appreciate his prelate, my big brother, the Bishop Dr. Emmanuel Miyaki, for allowing him also to come be a blessing to us, and also allowing him do what he does perfectly well in the church that he pastors in Florida. Okay, so well, I'm gonna let my guest go. I'm so grateful for his time today, and we will sign out from there. So, people, thank you so much for today. I really hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Follow me on all my social media handle on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube page. You have content, all right? And I'm coming out this time around even more voracious than I've ever been. We're going to get quality content that will continue to add meaning to your life, all right? God bless you. And I cannot wait to see you again in another broadcast. Until then, don't forget, love yourself, then extend that love to others, all right? And then accept the love of God for you, live in it. Drive it like you drive your car. Wear it like you wear your garment. Wear it like you wear your perfume. Live in it like you live in your home. But whatever you do not depart from the amazing love of God. There's nothing like it. God bless you and have a good afternoon.